This video series covers general safety guidelines for working in the performing arts facilities at Cal State LA, including all work in the theatrical trade shops, as well as for directors, designers, performers, and technicians when participating in rehearsals, performances, and during class activities. Part 2. Personal Protective Equipment, also referred to as PPE. Personal protective equipment will be supplied in all areas requiring its use. Students in stagecraft classes are expected to purchase and provide their own safety glasses as minimum protective gear. Owning equipment that best fits the individual's face will provide optimal protection. Similarly, with work gloves, you will find better performance by purchasing a pair that best fit your hands. Personal protective equipment includes eye protection, hearing protection, inhalation protection, and protective clothing. Impact spectacles are the most commonly available eye protection. Eye protection is required for most shop tasks in theatrical shops and while performing construction work on stage. Your safest practice is to put on your impact spectacles at the start of your work session and leave them on until you are finished working. You definitely must wear them while operating saws, using any scene shop cutting devices, or when operating pneumatic tools. Impact spectacles are constructed of shatterproof materials and have side shields to protect your eyes from larger debris. They should be stamped with a code which indicates they are compliant with applicable safety regulations and guidelines. Eyewear must meet ANSI Z87.1 and must have a stamp or label indicating so. ANSI is the American National Standards Institute. Eyewear may also be stamped CSA Z94.3, which indicates approval by the Canadian Standards Association. The CSA stamp and the ANSI stamp are essentially equal in meeting workplace safety standards for eye protection. This stamp or label must be present for all face and eye coverings to be considered as protection from flying debris. This applies to impact spectacles or safety glasses, safety goggles, face shields, and for welding hoods and goggles. They all should have the ANSI stamp or CSA stamp or both. Impact spectacles work well to prevent flying chips, wood, and larger dust particles from getting into your eyes. They provide protection from the front, from the sides, and usually containing integrated side shields in their design. Impact spectacles do not protect the eyes from fine dust such as sawdust from welding or soldering fumes or from chemical vapors. Impact spectacles do not protect the rest of the face. They only protect the eyes. Your personal prescription eyewear or sunglasses will not be rated for either ANSI or CSA standards, and they will also not come with side shields to protect the eyes from side entry of flying debris. Even if you do have shatter-resistant lenses, your personal eyewear is not sufficient workplace eye protection. You must either purchase ANSI or CSA-approved prescription eyewear with removable or integrated side shields, or you must wear ANSI or CSA-approved impact spectacles over your prescription lenses. While working indoors, please do not use tinted safety eyewear designed for outdoor use. Safety goggles create a tighter seal around the eyes for protection against liquids and fine sawdust. They also tend to fit better than many impact spectacles when worn over prescription eyeglasses. Goggles should be worn when handling chemicals, when you are using a power sander, when blowing dust with a blower or air hose, when spray painting, when using pneumatic sprayers, or whenever a fine particle, particulate, or dust hazard exists. Safety goggles, like impact spectacles, work well to prevent flying chips, wood, and larger dust particles from getting into your eyes. Safety goggles also protect the eyes from fine dusts, such as sawdust, from chemical splashes, and from some fumes or vapors. They may not provide sufficient protection from welding or soldering fumes or from some chemical vapors. Safety goggles do not protect the rest of the face. They only protect the eyes. Face shields provide a shatterproof barrier that covers the front and sides of the face and the eyes. They are ideally suited to shield the face and eyes from sparks while doing metal work such as grinding or cutting. You may also use a face shield with an ANSI or CSA rating instead of impact spectacles while using woodworking machinery. Face shields are not designed to be used while welding. Please use appropriate radiation eye protection for welding tasks. Face shields may be used in combination with impact spectacles or goggles to increase the efficiency of each. Face shields do not fully protect from fine dusts or from chemical or liquid hazards, as these may become airborne or splash around the shield. Face shields, like impact spectacles, work well to prevent flying chips, wood, sparks, metal shavings, and larger dust particles from getting into your eyes. They also protect the entire face from the same hazards. Face shields do not protect the face from fine dust, fumes, or vapors. Face shields do not protect the top of the head or hair. Radiation eye protection is required when performing welding tasks and cutting tasks that generate intense electrical arcs and sparks or ultraviolet and infrared radiation. Radiation eye protection is available as protective goggles or as welding hoods. Some have an auto-darkening feature, which darkens as the welding arc begins. Welding and cutting operations emit infrared and ultraviolet radiation, which can cause injury, including burns and blindness. Sunburn is the most common result from poor protection to eyes and exposed skin, particularly for arc welding. Always wear a full welding hood and cover up your arms, neck, legs, and all exposed skin while arc welding. Radiation eye protection is designated by level of darkening ability. Protective goggles are made with shade 5 or lighter and are only to be used with oxyacetylene welding operations and equipment. Welding hoods come in higher darkening shades and must provide shade 10 or higher for all arc welding tasks and equipment, including MIG welding. Welding hoods also protect the face, the sides of the head, and the forward top of the head against welding sparks and other debris. Wearing a welding cap underneath the welding hood will provide additional protection for the hair and the top of the head. Welding hoods do not protect the user from inhalation of welding fumes. Wearing an N95 dust mask or other respirator under the hood will provide added protection from fumes. Hearing protection is available to protect the ears from excessive noise. Many saws and shop operations, such as grinding metal and using impact drivers, can cause long-term hearing damage. Hearing protection is recommended for those tasks that cause short but loud noises when operating, or for those tasks that produce continuous loud noise. Excessive noise is defined as greater than 85 decibels for 8 hours, 90 decibels for 4 hours, 95 decibels for 2 hours, or 100 decibels for 1 hour. Excessive noise can cause progressive and irreversible hearing loss. Loud, explosive noise can cause immediate and permanent hearing loss. Disposable earplugs are available in the scene shop at the PPE Center. These are single-use, prepackaged foam inserts. To use them, roll them between the fingers to compress the foam. Insert them gently into the ear. They should expand to fit your ear and reduce excessive noise. You may use these while working in the scene shop or on stage, and you may use them if you are working on stage or front of house with loud bands and or loud amplified sound. Reusable earplugs and custom molded earplugs may be purchased by students and employees, but these should not be shared. Purchase a pair that fits well and always store them in their container when not in use. Clean them regularly. Earmuffs are also available in the scene shop at the PPE Center and at select machines. Earmuffs will cover the entire ear and provide more protection than disposable earplugs. Music headphones, earbuds, and similar devices are not appropriate as hearing protection. They are also not safe to use in the scene shop or while on stage. Wearing headphones and or playing loud music creates an unsafe work environment in the craft shops and on stage. Loud music and headphones or earbuds prevent safety communication and can create unsafe working conditions. Students and employees must be able to hear and communicate at all times while working in the theatrical shops or on stages. Additionally, headphones and earbuds with cords can become entangled in tools and blades, creating additional safety hazards. No music, headphones, or earbuds are allowed while working or while others are working. Cords can become caught in machinery. You will not be able to hear safety communications. Loud music should not be played while working. Dust masks are your most immediate and available option for preventing the inhalation of dusts and particulates. The term dust mask broadly refers to any disposable or single-use mask that covers your mouth and nose. Dust masks provide protection against nuisance dust, fine dust from sanding, and in some cases from organic vapors such as spray paint fumes or from welding fumes. A dust mask or respirator shall be worn where inhalation or ingestion of unhealthy or hazardous materials is possible or likely. 3 kinds of disposable dust masks are available. N95 dust masks. These are usually white and have 2 straps for securing over your head. They protect from most nuisance dusts such as sawdust and other fine dust from sanding or grinding. R95 dust masks. These are usually gray and also have 2 straps. Not all gray masks are R95. Always read the label. These provide additional protection against organic particles and vapors. These should only be used when spray painting or using pneumatic or HVLP paint sprayers. N99 dust masks. These are usually gray mesh and also have 2 straps. Not all masks with these features are N99. Always read the label. These provide additional protection against welding fumes and vapors while welding. How to use a dust mask. Slip both straps over your head. Make sure the metal strap is on top and lands across the bridge of your nose. Adjust the straps to a comfortable fit with your head and neck. There should be no gaps on the side or underneath the mask if it is properly fitted. Reposition the straps to find the optimal position. Pinch the metal strap down over your nose to create a snug fit that follows the shape of your nose and closes the gaps underneath your eyes. If air is allowed to escape below your eyes, that also means that dust and particles can bypass the mask and enter through the gaps. The gaps will also cause eyeglasses and safety glasses or goggles to fog up from your exhalations as the warm air escapes through them. Most dust masks are usable for several hours of work. Look for a buildup or discoloration of the front of the mask as an indicator of when to replace it. If you only use it briefly, you may choose to store it in a Ziploc plastic bag and bring it with you again when you next need it. Most dust masks can get 6 to 8 hours of mild to moderate use in typical scene shop sanding tasks and sawdust exposure. Do not share dust masks. Respirators can provide additional protection to specific vapors and fumes depending on the cartridges installed. Respirators come in many designs. Some cover your nose and mouth only and protect you from inhalation hazards. Some cover the entire head and will protect your eyes from gaseous irritants as well as protecting the entire face from splash hazards. Respirators require medical testing to ensure that you have the lung capacity and healthy function to wear them for extended periods. If you require a respirator, please provide medical certification authorizing you to safely wear one. You must be medically approved to use a respirator. You will also be responsible for purchasing your respirator and replacement cartridges as well as the ongoing care and maintenance required. Do not share respirators. Protective gloves are available in the shop either at the PPE station or in the paint room. They provide protection for the hands against different hazards depending on the type. Hazards include splinters, paints and chemicals, welding sparks, slag, and hot metal, corrosive chemicals. Please select the protective gloves appropriate to the task. Leather and cloth work gloves will protect the hands from splinters and general work dirt. 2 sizes are available in the scene shop station, large and small. A third bin contains greasy or dirty gloves to use when handling unclean metal. Metal is usually stored outdoors at metal supply stores, so it is coated in grease and oil to protect it from oxidation and rust. White cloth gloves are also available in TA 204 for handling orchestra shell pieces. Disposable or single-use gloves are available in the paint room and should be used when you want to protect your hands from paints or light-duty cleansers. They are not well suited to protect against caustic chemicals or to protect from abrasions. They are manufactured in latex, nitrile, and vinyl varieties. We generally stock nitrile gloves to better assist users with latex allergies. Gloves of any kind are not allowed while operating most woodworking and cutting tools and machinery. The gloves can get caught in the blades and pull you into the saw. Reusable latex gloves provide protection from mild irritants such as cleanser and dye. They extend further up the arm and will fit more loosely than disposable gloves. Neoprene gloves are for heavy-duty protection from more corrosive chemicals. Welding gloves are made of heavier leather to provide protection against handling hot metal and welding equipment and to protect against welding sparks and slag. Protective knee pads provide knee support while performing kneeling and crawling operations. Long pants provide minimal knee support but will not protect the knee against screws and wood chunks when kneeling or crawling. Knee pads have adjustable straps to fit a variety of leg sizes. Those with 2 straps will be more secure than those designed with 1 strap. Firm foam, such as L200, can also serve as a mobile kneeling pad. Proper clothing should always be worn when working in the theatrical shops or on stages. Proper clothing includes long pants, closed-toe shoes, and a shirt with sleeves that also covers the midriff. To provide additional protection to your work clothes against paint, solvents, glues, etc., you may use any of the paint clothes available on the rack near the paint room. Coveralls come in several sizes and are a quick way to protect all of your clothes. Paint shirts and lab coats provide additional protection for the top half of the body. Bibs and aprons provide protection to the front of the torso and often have pockets for supplies and small hand tools. Paint shoes are also available in a variety of sizes, though it's best if you bring your own pair of paint shoes. Welding clothing is available as well at the portable welding station. Leather jackets with long sleeves provide the best protection. Leather shoe chaps will protect your feet and shoes from sparks and molten metal. Leather aprons and bibs are also available. Tool belts provide pockets for screws and hardware as well as loops for tools such as hammers and cordless drills. Back support belts help keep your back muscles supported while lifting and bending and reinforce your need to keep your core active at all times. Most common PPE is available in the scene shop at the primary woodshop PPE station. We recommend that you purchase your own protective equipment, particularly safety glasses, work gloves, knee pads, and reusable earplugs so that you can have the PPE that provide the best and safest fit. A first aid kit is also available at this location. First aid kits are located in the scene shop, backstage at each location, in the basement and second floor storage, outside the costume shop and control booths, and in the dance studio storage room. First aid kits are available for self-service care only. First aid is to render immediate first aid when that is all that is needed, or in the case of more serious injuries, to provide immediate care while other services are on the way. Tweezers and bandages and antiseptic wipes are included for immediate self-care. For emergency personnel, call 323-343-3700 to reach public safety or campus police. Please refrain from providing first aid care to others unless you are trained in emergency procedures and safe exposure to bloodborne pathogens. If you must provide first aid, such as applying a bandage where the injured person cannot, please use the safety gloves provided in the first aid kit. First aid kits include bandages, ice packs, tweezers, antiseptic wipes, burn cream, medical tape. Not allowed are any medications such as aspirin, acetaminophen, or ibuprofen. An eyewash station is available in the scene shop just outside the paint room. It may be activated by the hand paddle or by the foot pedal. Activation lifts the dust guard and engages the flow of water. Lower your eyes into the 2 water streams to flush out contaminants. The eyewash station also has a deluge shower should you have chemical exposure that needs to be immediately rinsed off. Eye contaminants are more common, so you are more likely to need to use the Eyewash Station than the deluge shower.